Ashamed to ask, ashamed to admit, got Jewy questions. This is it, this is it. Wise, wicked, simple, or unsure how to ask. We'll open up the books, the ark. We'll open up your cynical heart. No such a thing as a dumb question, okay, that's mostly true. Tammy and Shoshana are here for you. Ashamed to admit, ashamed to ask.
It's everything you didn't get in Jewish studies class.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ashamed to Admit. I'm Tammy Sussman, and with me is my co-host, Shoshana Gottlieb-Becker.
Hi. Hey, Tammy. That's my greeting. You've said I get to make up my own greeting. I'm keeping it simple.
Shoshana.
Hey. Here's my greeting.
Do you know what my sister...
Wait, here's my greeting.
Wait, sorry.
How are you today, Tammy?
How are you today? I am good. Shoshana, do you know what my sister who listens and watches to this, do you know what she loves the most?
That I mean to you?
Yes. No, she doesn't. She says, I love watching you laugh at Shoshana.
Nice.
Yeah.
Laughing with me, not at me.
That's true.
I'm being intentional with my jokes, so you can't laugh at me.
Shoshana.
I'm a youngest sibling. You can't laugh at me.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's time to play FMK, which today stands for
so-
Fill My Kitchen. Fill My Kitchen, FMK. Fill my kitchen with snacks and sit with me and eat the snacks while talking to me.
What?
That's what we're playing, okay?
Fill my kitchen with snacks.
Yeah, fill my kitchen with snacks and come and sit with me and eat the snacks while chatting with me.
Is that just recording a podcast? So the game we're playing is record a podcast?
No. So I'm going to give you three people and you get to choose which one you would like to sit with you and eat snacks that are in your kitchen. I feel like...
What kind of snacks? Have you seen my kitchen? My kitchen's very small.
Is it?
My kitchen is shaped like this, like a triangle, and you can't fit like two people can't be in there and work around each other.
Okay.
So maybe in someone else's kitchen.
Okay. It's in like a studio style kitchen.
Okay. A hypothetical large kitchen where there are tables and chairs to sit and snack.
To sit around and
What kind of
snack.
snacks?
I love that that's what you've asked first is the snack of your choice.
No, it's really like sharing a bag of chips is different to like having cup of soup. You know?
You have a jar of that kosher for Pesach Nutella that you love.
That's not a snack. That's
And you
a
get
spread.
a spoon each and you eat it out of the jar.
That's a very intimate act.
Yeah. Okay. So who would you choose?
My wife. Next.
She's not in this list. But she can be there. Barbara Streisand, Abby Jacobson, or Brad Falchuk?
Brad Falchuk.
Brad Falchuk, who co-created
Glee.
Glee and is married. You love Glee. Is married to Gwyneth
That is
Paltrow.
like...
Wouldn't you want to chat to him about his career?
So I'm actually like perplexed that you just like brought Brad Falchuk out to play.
Why?
Instead of Ryan Murphy or like Leah Michelle.
Just thought I'd
Why have you
mix
done
it
this
up.
to me? Barbara Streisand, Abby Jacobson, and I just have to choose one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, if it's the Nutella, kosher le Pesach Nutella, probably Abby Jacobson because I wouldn't degrade Barbara Streisand with like sharing a spoonful of Nutella with me.
You get your own
I'm
spoon.
inviting Barbara for like a 3-course meal, like a
Okay.
Shabbos dinner.
Right.
Not a fucking snack in my kitchen.
Okay.
No,
No.
that's disrespectful.
All right. So it's Abby Jacobson.
Yes.
Okay. Now, which one of those three people do you think would make the best kind of Messiah?
Barbara
Moshiach?
Streisand, because she already kind of is to some.
Okay.
I think she's a messianic, godlike figure to many a gay man.
So if you've just joined us and you're not sure what a Messiah or a Moshiach is,
Yeah. What is it?
how would you describe a Moshiach or a Messiah?
It's a big question.
Okay.
It's needed a stretch for a second. That's the whole game.
No, the game's over. That was just a lead into talking about Moshiach.
I thought there was going to be like
Messiah.
more trios you were going to ask.
No,
me to-
just one. I only had the bandwidth, as you would say, to think of one
You
trio.
love that I said one time bandwidth. And you're just throwing that back
I bring
in
it
my-
up all the time.
Every day.
I'm ashamed to admit I don't know a lot about the concept of Moshiach or Messiah other than he's coming. When he does come, we'll all have to pack up.
You're real concerned with some guys come right now. Yeah.
Some guys come. When he does, we all have to pack up and go to Israel. And by we, I mean the Jewish people. Mm-hmm. Apparently, there'll be no more war, crimes, or famine, and that dead people will come back to life. Is this true?
You're asking some big questions.
Okay, so firstly, what is Messiah, Moshiach?
Moshiach is Hebrew for Messiah. It's the anointed one. It's a person who will come back and redeem the Jewish people, like the final like the final hero to bring us back and like usher in this utopian age of existence, world peace, Jewish sovereignty over the land, no more war, all that stuff. The ideas, as far as I know, start because of like, how when we spoke about the Tanakh, there's like a bunch of books of prophecies. Remember those?
Yes.
So a bunch of those prophecies talk about like the Jews being driven out of the land and it's desolate and it's horrible and we're cursed, blah, 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 blah. But eventually in this great, amazing time, you'll be brought back. Right? There's someone will like bring us back and God will bring us back into the land and he'll redeem all of the captives. So I think I have like allergies, which is why I keep rubbing my eyes.
Oh, really? Are they itchy?
Yeah, it's okay. God will like rebuild the temple, the Davidic line. So like that, the line of kings that descend from David, they'll be reinstated. We'll have kingship again. Like you said, like the dead will be resurrected. All of the nations on earth will recognize like the Israelite God as true God. Anyway, so it's like this all of these promises made in these prophecies. And then the Jews get exiled from the land. And you get spread out and you're no longer like a sovereign and it's really hard to live and you start getting oppressed because you are a minority who's like living sort of amongst, Christian societies and Muslim societies, all of this stuff. And so you've been exiled from the land like those prophets said you would be. So it makes sense that you're going to be brought back to the land.
Okay.
And it makes sense to have something to believe in, to spur you on when you're living through oppressive times. And so there's this idea of Mashiach that like one day we'll be able to leave what we call galus or exile, galut. We'll be redeemed and brought back to the land, the geula, like to be redeemed. And like that's Messiah. And so some religious groups put way more emphasis on this idea of Mashiach than other groups. So like modern Orthodox people like talk about it kind of, but it's like it's not an everyday speak.
Yeah.
But then you speak to like you know what Chabad is, right? Like
Yes.
Moshiach, huge in Chabad.
Yeah.
That like they are actively doing mitzvot, like deeds and commandments in order to usher in the coming of the Messiah. We believe that or people believe that you bring about Mashiach by doing what God wants. God will give us Mashiach if we're good kids. If we follow the rules. And so you usher in Mashiach through acts of mitzvot, but also like through kindness and good deeds and things like that.
Are these the same people then who refuse to move to Israel because the Moshiach hasn't come?
Not exactly the same people, right? I think you're thinking, so part of it is that you've got groups of ultra-Orthodox Jews who you would consider to be anti-Zionist.
Yes.
Not in the sense that they don't believe that Jewish people should be in the land of Israel, but rather they don't think that Jews should have a sovereign nation state before the times of Mashiach.
Okay.
Right? Like our relationship to that land and our sovereignty over it is God-given. It's not up to us to just go there, therefore we can't do it yet.
Okay.
A big part of it is also like the rebuilding of the temple. So you've got like a lot of, how do I not mince my words? what I would call kind of like the freaks and geeks of the world.
Okay.
Like you've got like real extremist groups who are like so like all in on Mashiach coming, who are getting ready for it, that they've started creating, like it's called the Temple Institute. They have the priestly vestment garb that will be worn in the third temple, and they've started making all of the different like vessels to be used during that time, because they're like, oh my God, any day now. Like any
Seriously?
day now we'll have the third temple because Mashiach will come. So they're like super ready for it.
These are like the equivalent of like the doomsdayers who like have
Kind
their
of.
underground, like their bunkers ready
Doomsdayers,
to go.
but like if it's kind of like doomsdayers if there was like a hint of historic and cultural like meaning for everyone in that society.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So was this written in texts that the Messiah is coming? Who first thought of it?
Again, so the prophet spoke a lot about these ideas of redemption and coming back to the land. So that's like in the Tanakh. And then you have different bits and pieces in the Talmud, but then like a lot of these big ideas around like who the Mashiach is, how the Mashiach's going to come. It's kind of like taken from those small mentions in the Talmud, and like people write a lot about it now. Rambam, you mentioned like that will come back to life. So Rambam, our good friend Maimonides, has this like list of 13 principles of faith. So in the Middle Ages, in order to be considered like Jewish, you had to believe, according to him, these 13 things. One of them is that Mashiach will come. One of them is that the dead will be resurrected when Mashiach comes. And there's a few other ones as well. I think maybe that mentioned Mashiach, but like, yeah. So it's like, it's a big idea. And I cannot stress enough how much, like, because I know a lot of people hear it and they're very rational. They're like, that's so stupid. That makes no sense. I cannot emphasize how much it makes sense historically when people are yearning for their homeland, that a magical being will usher in an age of peace. So religious persecution will stop and pogroms will stop.
They need something to hold on to.
When you're being persecuted for literally who you are, you have to convince people why they should keep doing the thing that they're being persecuted for. And this really big prize at the end of times being like world peace, and everyone knows that you were right all along and our God's the true God. That makes sense why that is a thing that people believe.
Okay, I have some questions. Did you say Rambam had 13 principles? What was it called? 13 principles?
Principles of faith.
Do you think that inspired Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life?
Yeah, sure.
Do you reckon?
I'm like too tired for bits, Tammy. I can't riff right now.
Okay, I understand. And your poor eyes,
Yeah,
you
my
keep
eyes are
rubbing
itchy.
them. Poor
I
Shoshana.
have allergies.
She has allergies.
Allergies.
Shame. Okay. Do any of the Rambams or anyone talking about Moshiach, do they get specific about the gender of Moshiach?
Man, but not just any man, descendant of David.
Really?
Yeah, so yeah. Because what part of the thing is that the Messianic age will reinstitute the Davidic line, so like the kingship of the house of David. Moshiach is a descendant of King David,
Okay.
specifically a male descendant of King David. You want to hear a really funny story?
Always.
So I was sitting with Sky's grandma, her Safta. She loves telling me stories about their family history because she knows like I'm super interested in it. She speaks very fast old lady Hebrew. I don't speak that much Hebrew. And so there's always like missing pieces, but like Sky's there to help translate most of the time, and like I can know enough that I can piece it together. She's telling me that one of her grandmothers had a specific last name, and that last name was Menai, I think, which means Menesher Yishai, from the lineage of Jesse. Right? It's like an acronym last name, from the lineage of Jesse, which means Jesse is the father of David. It's a acronym last name that hints to the fact that like you're descended from King David. Like you're really important. Like they're Iraqi, they can trace it back. Anyway, so I said, you know what that means, right? She's like, what? What you have to know for this story is that Sky's family is super secular, and like her dad is the most secular, like anti-religious guy. I was like, it means that era is like Sky's, he's Moshiach because he comes, like he's from, like he's Davidic.
Yeah.
And she thought, like Safta thought that was the funniest joke anyone's ever made. Like she laughed. I was so proud of that joke because she like never seen an old lady laugh like that.
Very good.
It was
I
really
love
good.
it when old ladies laugh. It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah. So I was like, so that's the thing. I might be the daughter-in-law of the Mashiach.
Yeah.
And then I told Erez, like my father-in-law, I told him that story, and he's like, sometimes I talk to God. He was like, no, I'm serious. He's like, I talked to God. God came to me when I was 13 and said, do what you want. And so I do what I want. And I was like, oh my God, that's so funny. If Mashiach is this like really chill surfing guy and God was like, I have a mission for you. You don't have to do it. And he's like, I won't do it.
I think that's
Like, isn't that so funny?
That's the storyline of like Shrek 2 or 3 when
It's
they
so
basically
funny.
tell someone he has to be king and he's like, I don't want to do it.
Can I recommend a book?
Yes.
The Yiddish Policeman's Union.
The Yiddish Policeman's Unit.
No, Union.
Union.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you it's Michael Chabon.
No, never read it.
And the premise involves like the Mashiach kind of like ODing and dying because he's like this genius and he's involved in this mystery and like the idea of like the Mashiach being a fallible human
Yeah.
is like really
Would be a lot of
interesting.
pressure.
Really good book though.
Okay. Question.
Yeah.
Out of the Jewish community of Australia, what percentage, because I know you love these types of questions, what percentage do you think consider Alex Rivchin as the Moshiach?
That's a great question. Like probably like, okay, demographically, men or women?
Women.
98%.
Straight women.
98% of straight Jewish women in Australia envision Alex Rivchin carrying them like fireman hold onto an El Al flight and placing them in their seats and giving them a kiss on the forehead and sending them into utopian Israel in the times of Moshiach, like 100%. Like
That's excellent. Now, if you're a viewer or listener from overseas and you do not know who Alex Rivchin is, stop what you're doing.
Google Alex Rivchin hot. Alex Rivchin shirtless pics.
That's RYVCHIN. It's a shame that they specified male because I happen to believe that Linda Ben Menashe would be a
candidate.
fantastic
Moshiach.
Moshiach, who, for our overseas listeners, is the president of the National Council of Jewish Women Australia.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got there in the end. It's a very long acronym, to be fair. What I think is really interesting about like Moshiach and the Rebbe and like rabbis and the possibility of them being the Messiah is that in history there's been a lot of false messiahs. I will also say, in case like no one's kind of made these connections, that the main difference between Judaism and Christianity is that like in Christianity the Messiah came and his name was Jesus Christ and will come back. Right. Whereas in Judaism, the Messiah just hasn't come yet. He's not. Yeah. So like, that's the thing that has sort of like fractured our religion. And like the early followers of Jesus were people who believed he was Mashiach.
Yeah.
Right. The same way that like we are waiting for Mashiach, they were just Jews who thought Mashiach had come. Rabbi Akiva, our good friend from the Talmud, he thought that potentially Mashiach was this guy named Bar Kokhba who like held a rebellion against the Romans during Talmudic times. The most famous, I think, my favorite false messiah is a man by the name of Shabtai Tzvi.
What a name.
What a name. So, and this is like, he's my favorite because he was so batshit crazy, but also because he like fundamentally shaped Judaism, even though he wasn't actually the Messiah.
Was he Jewish?
Jewish,
Okay.
just a false Messiah.
Yeah. What year is this?
This is in like the 1600s.
Okay. What country?
A bunch. He's born in Turkey, in Smyrna.
Hang on. She?
He.
He?
Yeah, he's born in Turkey.
Uh-huh.
But then like gets excommunicated from his community because he's like got a lot of crazy ideas and thinks a lot of crazy things. So he moves around a lot. And everywhere he goes, he's brilliant, right? Charismatic, but also like not fully hinged. And right, today we might use language like he has like severe mental health issues and like some kind of like
mania
and like these emotional ups and downs that get described. But a brilliant mind and goes around and gets all of these followers because he's so charismatic and he's all about, you know, like this mysticism and blah, 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 blah. Thinks that he's the Moshiach because he makes a friend named Nathan of Gaza who tells him he thinks he's Moshiach. So they, as like this trooper going around convincing everyone he's like whipping up this fervor, like he's the Moshiach. And again, people like have their bags packed. They're ready to go. Like the Moshiach is here. His name is Shabtai Tzvi, but he's also super weird. One of his weirdest stories is that he's like, everyone, I'm getting married. You're invited to my wedding. It's in the town square. Everyone comes to the wedding and he's under the chuppah with a Sefer Torah. He's like marrying the Torah. And at that point, that town, the rabbi's like, okay, this guy's cooked, like kick him out, which keeps happening. Like the leadership realize he's crazy and like, but he gains all these followers. People around the Jewish world think that the Mashiach is coming. Next minute, he gets arrested by the Sultan because they think that he's going to like overthrow it. Like they think that he's like bringing all of the people, like all of these Jews in and like he's going to take over. So he gets arrested and they say, either you convert to Islam or we kill you. And if you're the Mashiach, God will save you. Oh. And so he converts to Islam and immediately like overnight breaks the hearts of like thousands and thousands of people.
God.
And and it's so devastating to these people. A lot of people still follow him. A lot of people think again like he's fake converted to Islam. He's actually like he's going to come back and still save us. But the rabbis do this like blanket ban on mysticism because it's so dangerous. They've seen like how it can affect the average person. And so then for a long time after that, it's all about rational Judaism, rational thought. It's by the book. It's an intellectual pursuit.
Okay.
Any whispers of Sabbateanism, like you're like cut out kind of thing. And it changes the way that Judaism is practiced in like these, like in the 1600s, 1700s. And then you see the reversal, just to bring it back to like around, it's this long period of like sort of rational Judaism and like White Tower Judaism. It's only learnt in yeshivas and it's for the elite. And then a man by the name of Baal Shem Tov, bless you.
You've mentioned him before.
I have.
Baal Shem Tov.
The Baal Shem Tov comes around and he's the one who creates Hasidus. As a response to the rationality and like the sort of rigidity of Judaism that's informed by Shabtai Tzvi.
Okay.
So like that, and then obviously we know that Baal Shem Tov and Hasidus like completely blows the doors open and fully changes Judaism again. But that all like kind of comes back from Shabtai Tzvi.
Yeah.
Anyway, and there are other false messiahs who they get banned by the rabbis of the time because they're seen as they're
threat?
They're threats to to like cohesive Jewish society. Anyway,
I don't think we can do an episode on Moshiach without mentioning the absolute banger of a song. Moshiach, Moshiach, Moshiach. Ayayayayayyy.
Yeah.
Like I went to a modern Orthodox
Everyone knows that
school.
song.
We weren't really into Moshiach, the
Yeah.
Messiah, but that song,
everywhere. You know who wrote the words to that?
no.
Rambam.
Really?
The start of the song is like Ani ma'amin be'emunah shalema b'yad hamashiach. Ani
Yeah.
ma'amin. That's one of the 13 principles of faith. I believe with perfect faith in the coming of the Messiah. And then Mordechai ben David turned it into a fucking banger.
Who's Mordechai ben David?
He's just a Jewish singer.
Around what time?
Like the 90s? Like the 80s?
Such a good song.
Such a good song. But like it's the lyrics are based in Rambam.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the rights to this song to put it into the episode, so you know what that means.
We just have to sing it?
At the end of this episode, we're going to have to sing it.
Okay.
All right.
I can do that.
Anything else you want to say about Moshiach, or can we move on to our favourite segment?
I think that I would draw a direct connection in my head. Mm-hmm. One of the questions you asked when I was doing research is like, does everyone believe in Mashiach the same way?
Yeah.
I would draw a direct line in my understanding from like Mashiach and making the world better for the coming of Mashiach to like Reform Judaism's like Tikkun Olam and repairing the world. Because old like in like traditional texts, Tikkun Olam and the reparation of the world is like doing mitzvot to make the world a better place in order for Mashiach to come, as far as I understand. And so the Reform movement kind of just takes this idea of Tikkun Olam and making the world a better place. But in my understanding, it seems to be divorced from this idea that on the other end of it, Mashiach is coming.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't think, I like genuinely officially, I think on paper, Reform doesn't believe in Mashiach. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think the difference. Yeah, I think Reform doesn't believe in Mashiach is coming. You just make the world a better place. Whereas on paper, the conservative movement is like you make the world a better place, and like Mashiach will come because of that.
Right.
Yeah, but it's about like making the world better rather than like some like actual like observation of mitzvot.
In the parenting world, it's kind of the equivalent of, do you give your kids pocket money for doing their chores, or should you just like expect them to do their chores just because they should, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
But
like
in this
that
case,
analogy?
like the chores are, I think that's more of an analogy for like, do we get reward for doing mitzvot?
Yes.
Right? Like, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's a fine analogy.
It's fine.
I'll take it.
She'll allow it.
It's time for our favorite segment.
You get to name it today.
Okay, without spoilers. Shit in the shtetl.
Okay. So good.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna say shame in the sphincter.
The shrink. It's also good.
All right.
Let us know down below which one you prefer. Am I reading or are you reading it?
You're reading it. It comes from
Hooray.
a Jewish mums group
In a city.
in a
country. Somewhere.
in the world, and Productive Tiger 8753 writes.
I need to have a colonoscopy. The last doctor that did it for me was an amazing Jewish doctor, and the anesthetist was a Jewish dad at my son's school, so I felt very uncomfortable knowing I would bump into them and that they both had seen my bum. Can anyone recommend someone good that preferably isn't Jewish?
You forgot the emojis.
You don't even need the emojis for this one. It's punctuated perfectly. I thought this was so funny because it's taking the stereotype of all Jews are doctors and it's being like, God damn, I can't find a single doctor I don't know socially to put a camera up my bum. Like, it's so funny. I love it. It's so funny.
It's so funny. And
it's a Broad City episode is what it is.
really
Like, that's
is.
why it's funny.
It's so good. And someone who I know, the commenter,
Yeah.
do you know her too?
I don't think so.
Yeah, she's part of the Dayenu crew. She's
Okay.
hilarious. I'm not going to name her though, but she says, the weird thing is that without naming them, I know exactly who they
Yeah.
are and maybe even who you are.
Yeah.
So good.
So funny.
Love it. I'm not
Yeah,
shaming.
I love the comment above, which is they don't really care. They see so many bums and body parts. It's just about making sure you're okay. And it's like, yeah, we know. We know that, like, I don't actually care they've seen my bum. I just, when I'm in the line to pick up my kid at school, I just don't want to see my colonoscopy doctor. You know, like church and state. You need the separation. Come on. Like, yeah, I know that they're helping me. I still don't need to see it.
That's all we have time for in today's show.
You've been watching / listening to Ashamed to Admit with me, Shoshana Gottlieb Becker, and this, Tammy Sussman.
He does it again, and this. This episode was brought to you by the Jewish Independent with Alleyway Productions. The vocalist in our theme song is this, Sara Yael. More credits in the show notes.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's episode, I'm going to look at this camera right here. If you enjoyed today's episode, please let us know. Leave a comment. What else can they do? Send it to a friend. Did you look at this lady's bum? Is this about you? And then, even if you don't like this episode, comment and let us know, because that also drives up the algorithm.
Thank you so much. and see you next week.
Bye.
אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח נאמין אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח משיח 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 ayayayayayyy Moshiach 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 ayayayayayyy Is that enough for you? Sky doesn't know this song. Moshiach 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 ayayayayayyy Moshiach 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 ayayayayayyy There you go.